What's up, guys? Welcome to today's altcoin live stream. The crowd goes wild. That was like the most monotone celebration ever. The crowd is going wild. We're all excited. This is pandemonium. Imagine if the announcers did that on like sports events. Oh my god, you guys, did you see that amazing goal? Wow, that was so spectacular. Then you got that guy that's like in the Spanish leagues. I don't know if you guys watched, we'll call it soccer. I don't know if you guys watched that, but the guy in the Spanish leagues, he's like, and he was flopping against the tide like a salmon in the river. And he did the most extraordinary thing ever. And he found $5 under his cap and tipped it right to the goalkeeper for the goal. You guys know what I'm talking about? The guy's hilarious. He says the craziest freaking things. Cracks me up. Anyway. I'm just going to add a little bit. I got a really tiny Equinox short position. I'm going to add a little bit to it here blindly because it's up a little bit today. It's a small position. Just throwing in a little extra in case it starts to drop. That's this one right here. See, it's green today. All my other shorts are red today and in nice profit. So throw some, and this Equinox short is actually my smallest. Equinox, I don't know. Anyway, they're like my smallest short anyway, so throw a little extra on there. If it goes against me, it's a small loss, but you know, it's like in the bull market when something was red, you'd just throw a few bucks at it, and you'd expect it to catch up to the market. So that's what I did there. Small loss if it doesn't work out. But anyway, let's look at some crypto, you guys. Welcome to my weekly BingX altcoin live stream. Okay, we already did all that shit. All right, let's see what you guys got for some chats. So somebody wants to look at ICP. You down with ICP? Yeah, you know me. You down with ICP? Yeah, you know me. Oh, look, ICP looks bullish. Dump the whole market. I'm just kidding. It's hard. You really don't want to short at these levels, like at all. There's absolutely no reason to short these levels. Damn. You guys, we've talked about this before. Look at these really shitty exit pumps. Okay, I don't care how this trend line's drawn. I'm just going to throw it there for now. Actually, if I was drawing it, let's draw it the real way. This is how I would draw it. Okay, but anyway, you got breakdown, and then, so you have like a clear breakdown, so trend continuation, and then you've got a really high volume exit pump here, and then as soon as you lose that, it's like a death trap. High volume exit pump and go off into nothingness. And what did we talk about this on ENS, I think? And so maybe ICP starts to create like an accumulation zone down here. What usually happens is you get these high volume exit pumps and then just they die a slow death and then they kind of bleed off. And then some of them recover and some of them just do nothing forever. Okay. So that's when you want to look for, you want to buy these low after this exit pump. Okay. But I think ENS, let's go look at that one. I think that's another one I talked about. Oh shit, I gotta post that one on Twitter. Look at that. Big exit pump. So what probably happens here is the same thing ICP did. Boom. It just dies a slow death, okay? So that's probably what's going to happen. It's not 100% guaranteed. You know, obviously, yada, yada. Nothing's guaranteed. But anyway, let's go look at ICP. So high time frame. But then, like, you get these big wicks. Like, this could definitely still go lower. But like once you get these big lower wicks, that's like when you should just give up shorting. So if you've been shorting the whole way down, great. And then now you're just like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. I'm going to sit out at least at the minimum, just freaking sit out and chill. Okay. But let's look at the 1 day. So OBV is just kind of sideways with price. And again, we're at support. You don't want to short this. You don't want to short here. We're at a resistance too. So it's like really not worth a trade here. The real trade, if I was going to do it on a daily chart, would be a break up here. So if we break above 10-ish, 1050, 1075-ish up here, you're going to catch this rebound and you're going to get a nice quick pump, okay? For probably at least 20 to 50%. All right. So if that breaks, you catch this for a 20 to 50% pump. You get out, you let it do whatever it wants for the rest of its life, okay? And then maybe if you want to buy it again lower, you try to buy it again lower. But anyway, there's not really, this is just a lot of congestion here now. So you're buying in the middle of a bunch of chop, basically. Could I have bought support here for a nice little move? Yeah, of course. You know, we could have looked at, you're never going to look for shorts at support. But again, we've got no reason to buy this here on a daily time frame other than the hope that this is a higher low, which we don't have any confirmation of. And we don't have any volume here either. So we'd want to see some more volume come in. And we'd probably want to see a breakout of like this trend at like 8 something to get us to that $10 area. And then we'd want to see that $10 area break to really get some more upside. And you can see here, high volume breakdown is right here as well. So if you're watching this, you really have no reason to buy yet either, because we do have this breakdown here. Okay. And this actually looks like it was like almost like a fork. And then it probably hit target. But anyway, so you'd be looking at like this ascending pattern here. Kind of. It's only got 2 touches, so it's not really a pattern yet. But then, you know, if you guys are in my Telegram, you know my favorite bottom pattern is kind of like this. So higher low, and then we go up. So that's definitely possible here. Okay. I mean, look at that. To scale, drawn to scale. Bam! Look at that. That's beautiful. These are my favorite reversal patterns. So could it bounce? Yeah, I would have actually liked to see this and Bitcoin go a little bit lower if they were going to do this pattern. I don't think they quite retested the area that I'd want to see. I like to see them retest like the lows, these big the candles at the lows. So for now, for me, ICP is a fade. There's nothing I can do here mid-range like this, okay? So I can't trade this right now. If anything, I would consider maybe shorting a pump because of current market conditions. But again, I don't think that this is really anything clear on any time frame other than the one-day chart for that breakout that I talked about. Now, if we went up a little bit higher on like a really quick pump, maybe it could short up there, or maybe we're retesting this. Where's the high volume at? This is a high volume breakdown, and we're retesting this now, okay? So this is more likely a breakdown, at least locally. And it's likely to, you know, it looks like it would probably head back to these lows here, like a little bit below $7, all right? But again, no trade for me on this. I wouldn't really consider chasing it at this point. I would just keep an eye on the daily chart. Again, I wouldn't even be looking to short this. I would just be looking to buy if it gets above this breakdown for a quick flip, you know, on retest. Excuse me. Okay, what else we got? Uni. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Dude, you guys, this is going to suck because everything's going to look the exact freaking same. All right? Uni is going to... There's not even really worth TAing this right now. It looks the exact same as ICP. If it reclaims this area, you buy for a break, right? And if it does that, then you would have this bigger inverse head and shoulders that you can consider looking at too. So no reason to chart this. It's going to be the exact same analysis as that other one. What was it? ICP. All right, XMR. XMR is a little different. We had a bullish potential. Oh, this is the perp contract. Hold on. Monero. Okay, let's see. Monero, XR, what is it? XMR? I was going to say X-Monero. I don't know. All right. Okay, so XMR is at support. That's why it's bouncing and holding. Overall, this trend line is here because the monthly looks like absolute garbage. Okay, we have this rejection. This would have been a great short opportunity on this rejection. You can see here we had a really nice drop. We had a 50% drop off that rejection. Unlikely that this is done just so soon. That was our first real start. Like, you know, that was our first selling. So this just looks like a parabola breakdown at this point. And usually parabola breakdowns correct 80%. Okay. So, I mean, we could expect, you know, depending on where this actually breaks down, if it breaks down up here maybe, we could expect, you know, maybe like sub $100 for Monero. So XMR. If it would have held this close up here, that would have been a bullish setup, and we could have actually looked to buy, but it's obviously not. It is now a bearish rejection. That is a trend reversal candle. Very likely that this goes lower now and probably retest the support down here. So that's a monthly time frame, you guys. Daily chart. kind of the same as the other ones. This could be a breakdown, retest, and it goes lower. We could chop around a little bit. The market could just continue to try to screw us over a little bit. So overall, monthly doesn't look good, so that's not something I would look to hold for months. GMT. All right, GMT, step in. I mean, that's an ugly weekly candle. And really, the key here is you closed above here, like basically on an evening star or below here. I mean, this looks like mega trend reversal on all accounts, however way you draw this. Monthly chart has this fake breakout death thing. It could still push up a little bit on a monthly time frame, but you know, we've got resistance now from 190 to 230. If this somehow got to 230, I would short the tits off of it. I doubt it gets that high, but it could, you know, somehow, some way, somehow, it could go there. You know, maybe, I don't know. I don't think it gets that high, but if it does, then that'd be a great short opportunity. Otherwise, you know, like if it breaks 180, it pops and it goes, you know, another like 20. That's your trade again, like we've been talking about. Breaks that, you get a nice little pop, and then you sell. So, yeah. So I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes here, but stepping doesn't look good. I would just fade this shit. And let's see. This is an important little trend, and you can see anytime you get these like slow walks, I don't know, these trend lines that are like really tight like this, you see that very clear trend line. I bet if you draw this out, if it'll hit on this trend line and bounce somewhere if it drops low enough. But anytime you get these really like tight trend lines, this one's not that good of an example. Here's a better one. See how this is like really tight here? Anytime you get this kind of price action, these trend lines become ultra important, no matter what. Even if it's like way in history, like if you have this and it goes way up, and then at some point this trend line is going to be important. For whatever reason, these type of really tight, fine trend lines become super important, and you can see what happens. It dies after it loses that, okay? So put that in your mind. Use that for future reference. Trust me, you will do well with finding trend lines like that and using them to your advantage, okay? All right. So what else we got? GMT. I mean, I don't know where to short this thing. Maybe right here, maybe not. You know, it's look at this choppy shit. I don't short this shit. I short these pops and then retests because that's your best R to R, your best risk to reward. So I don't like this choppy bullshit. You know, it's just too like right here. Like it was choppy and then it drops and then you finally FOMO the drop and then it pops and then it chops around again and then it pops again and then it, you know. So I'm not trading GMT right now. If it pops, I would be willing to short it. This was the short you would want to take yesterday when I posted about it here when it was starting to break down. So hold on. Okay. So yeah, GMT looks kind of like everything else again, but you know, really what we're waiting for is a lot of these to like sweep the lows. We're looking for a sweep of the lows, and if GMT loses this area, that's where I could consider another short, but it kind of gets risky because, I mean, this is a big breakdown, and it probably goes way lower from there, but it gets kind of risky there because you can have a lot of buyers come in because they think that it's going to go up and they're buying at support, and they all still get wrecked in the end, but it kind of gives you a lot of resistance on your short. It makes it not an easy short. So, all right, what else we got? Let's see. We have one. Est-ce que tu n'es pas un robot? What is that from Eurotrip? You guys ever watch Eurotrip? I'm too old. I'm dating myself. Half of you guys probably don't even know what Eurotrip is. You guys are probably all too young. Okay. One. Same damn thing, you guys. These all, they're going to go up or down. They're probably going to move to the right. You know, the price is going to continue moving this direction to the right of the chart. Everything is looking, and this has to, I haven't even looked at a Bitcoin chart yet. Oh, look, my line. My random bullshit trend line is holding. I don't even know why I drew this. Let's get rid of this. Look at this. Where's this line? This is kind of cool. Let's look. All right. Crazy. So if we lose this line I don't even know where it's from, then we that's crazy. Look at this. Would you just look at it? Wow, just look at that. Look at it. Just look at it. Crazy. So it originates here and it goes to here. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can see actually like this trend line held weight too. I've had these trend lines on here forever. Okay, I don't even know why. They just saved here, and I've never moved them. But that's pretty cool. Rejection and bounce. So maybe we hold this. If we go below there, I mean, that's a massive trend line breakdown. So that's probably, you know, not good. Like, and then moon. That's how I would look at it. Or, you know, sometimes when these trend lines break down, you go to like the midpoint. So then you just go back down here to 500. I'm just kidding. That would actually suck. I don't think that would happen. That would suck. We would all be... Imagine. Oh, God. That'd be like Luna. We'd all buy Bitcoin at like... I mean, Bitcoin went down to 10K. We'd all buy the shit out of it. And then it just goes down to like $500 and we're all wrecked. And then Peter Schiff's laughing his ass off. Even though gold has gone sideways, he, you know, didn't load up on Bitcoin. And then he hasn't lost all his money like all of us. All of us now poor people. Damn, that would be savage. I don't think so, but this is just interesting to see that if this breaks down, it's never actually broken down, and you can see the COVID line, like the COVID trend actually hit that and didn't break down and wicked below. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's go back to altcoins. I'm all over the place. I don't even see any alts with interesting charts to mention, but here I am to listen. Yeah, Justin, thanks for joining. They all look the same. And of note, I was actually going to post this on Twitter the other day. Of note, when everything is extremely correlated, that's usually more bearish, more during bearish cycles, more during bearish conditions. I remember in 2018, back when I was still still a lot newer, I would just look at Bitcoin and then I would like basically buy altcoins based off what Bitcoin is doing without even looking at altcoins charts. And because they were all so correlated, and I didn't trade with leverage back then. So it was literally like, okay, it looks like Bitcoin's going to bounce here like 1%. So if I buy XRP, it's bouncing like 5%. So it's basically me leveraging my spot token, my spot money in that way. And I just remember all of 2018 basically, which was bear market, that you could just buy altcoins when Bitcoin was going to bounce, and they all moved together. But in the bull market, everything's kind of decorrelates a little bit. You got shit just popping off here and popping off there, and this will randomly go, and then sometimes this is downtrending while everything uptrends. Like right now, it's just pretty much everything doing the exact same thing. Even equity markets and crypto markets are doing the exact same thing together. So when you see that kind of action, obviously, as I said, it's a little bit more bearish, and that's what I've noticed. So, all right, let's see what else we got. XRP. Come on, you guys. Nobody trades XRP anymore. Nobody trades XRP. I mean, XRP just underperformed awfully. I mean, look at this monthly candle. Anybody that was bullish up here needs to go see a doctor, okay? Because this shit was clearly not going to moon. Like... I don't know. XRP just too much against it. Don't buy this shit. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't know. And that's coming from me. I actually sold XRP at 250 in 2017, and it was one of my big ones that I wanted to buy back, and I bought back at like 20 cents area, I think, and then sold at like 75 cents, which wasn't the best. I could have sold it higher, but I still made a nice trade there. It was a 3x. But I liked XRP. Like that was my best one in 2017. That was my best trade. So it's not like I have anything against it. I just literally it's been an underperforming asset. So there was better altcoins to buy. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to chart it. It's going to go to zero. Okay. All right. I'm just kidding. I don't know what it's going to do, but Ape, I don't know, you guys. What's this going to do? Probably go to zero. It's an NFT coin. Like, what value does it have? Right? Like, all these people got airdropped this shit. At what point do they just start selling because they get bored of holding it or because it's down? Like, when you're buying something that was heavily airdropped, at some point people are going to sell big. So that's your first tip. But also, I mean, this was a good shorting opportunity, which I missed. But I don't know, you guys. I just have a feeling this is just literally just going to go and just like die forever, like for a long time. That's just me. That's my feeling. I don't know if it really is. If the value of the Bored Ape of the NFT starts to go down, then this probably goes down too with it. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something I would buy. Maybe I could trade this. It's been good to trade. It's too much volume here for me to short, that's for sure. For now, I mean, we've got this nice hold. I definitely can't short here. It could reject there. Again, the trade was on this trendline breakdown right here. That was the trade. And then just kind of take profit when it starts doing this wick bullshit. And then I get out. And then I look for the next the trade, right? Like, there's no setup here on a lot of altcoins right now. It's basically like, here's your, excuse me, here's what you look for. If Ape reclaims 850-ish, you buy. And you look for a pop, okay? If it sweeps this low area, like almost guaranteed you could catch a scalp here at 636 area, okay? Almost guaranteed. It could go a little bit lower, so you'd want to wait for low time frames, but almost guaranteed that holds to at least some extent, even if it bounces like 20 or 30 cents. That's an important support, so it'd probably at least hold for momentarily. So that'd be a scalp level. This would be a trade level. This would be the scalp level, this bounce here. Of course, if it breaks below there, it could go off and like literally die, but it's also risky to short that low. So I like to short on the way up. I actually did make a video about that last week, I think, about why you shouldn't short boring price action like this. So make sure you check that out. It was in my Prime XBT series. Who said Arteta out? Come on, Arteta's a good coach. I like Arteta. Soul. So Soul, I actually said I was going to buy at like 45 to 50. I just realized that it even got there. I didn't know it was that low. But this was back like a long ass time ago. This is a nice breakout. Again, for a scalp, do you see why you can trade these levels? Because look at that bounce. It went from 37 to 52. I mean, if I would have known it hit that low, I probably would have gotten some. I didn't realize it went that low, to be honest. But you can see why this is a support here and why it's bouncing. So it could go up to like 75 bucks. Could chop around a little bit. Probably it could bounce here a little bit. But overall, look, we've got increasing sell volume coming in. OBV actually does not look good at all. It still looks like it has a long way to go. And we kind of broke down this trend, right? So if we get 80% correction, that puts us down like really freaking low. If Sol goes back down low into these levels, it's probably worth starting to accumulate again. Up here, trade buy level. I wouldn't buy and hold up there. I would consider, buying and holding back down at these lows real quick. So, yeah, that's how I see that. Hey, 1 second, guys. Had to go make the washing machine stop beeping at me. Annoying. Okay. So, let's see what else we got here. This has been really fun, you guys. I'm having the time of my life. Although, unfortunately, all of these charts look the damn same. That's not what we want to see. Even last time, we had a bunch of different charts last time that all look different. Hey, you guys want to see this really cool trade I got stopped out on? Look at this. I was up like 20% on it, too. A nice little pop and then die. Stop me out. Okay. Did we get an exit pump on this baby? Mm-hmm. Look at that exit pump. Bloop! High volume exit pump. Yay, we're going to the moon. FIFA. We've partnered with FIFA. Haha. Dumped on your asses. Bastards. 99 SMA. So, like, we're just going into a lot of bear trends on things. And it's like, not worth buying these right now because they most likely all go lower at some point. Doesn't mean right away. They could all bounce 50% from here. But for buying hodl purposes, not really good opportunities. I don't know. Algo looks the same as everything else. Why does I think BNB actually might look different. No, it probably doesn't. It probably looks the exact same. Let's see. It looks the exact same. So BNB, you probably either short here or it moons. And let's see. Let me get rid of this shit. Okay. BNB is actually, I don't know, maybe it's leading the market. I don't know if that makes sense, or maybe it's just showing strength, but it's starting to try to break out here. So if the next, this is a 6H. Let's see if we can get a clean 4H view. Oh boy, do we like it here? This is legal. This is definitely a legal trend line. I kind of like it just up here on the bodies here like this. I like this. So we're above it for now. If we reject here, probably go lower. But if we break up here, we could do a little poppy pop here and go a little bit higher. And then the whole market probably follows. So everything is just, God, so 50-50 right now. If this 4H closes, it could bearish engulf again like it did here and then go back down. Like, it's just worth watching. I wouldn't necessarily take a trade yet. I would consider looking for, a buy for a nice little like 10% bounce or something. Okay, maybe like an 8 to 10% bounce here. If it holds this trend line, you've got a pretty clear invalidation. But overall trend is down right now, so you got to be careful on these. But everything's holding support well right now. I think everyone is definitely expecting a little bit lower. We would be front running basically everyone here, which isn't out of the question. I honestly, everything just so sideways. I haven't been trading it. But let's see what else we got. Phil? I like Phil. I've traded Phil a lot. Let's see if Phil looks any different than the rest of the market. Nope. All these weekly candles look the exact same, you guys. So it makes it really hard to chart. Let's see. TRX. Okay, TRX has been doing its own thing, right? Right? Different. Okay, let's look at the monthly. Okay, well, monthly looks like a great short. Just right off the bat, on a monthly time frame, this looks like a breakdown. Okay. Maybe if I can get this up here. Okay, this is a breakdown, and then you've got a resistance retest. So up here at 9 cents would have been a gravy short. And honestly, this probably goes back down to make new lows. New local lows down here, okay? Look, your exit pump, it's selling off. We've got this big upper wick. Let's look at the weekly. So if weekly closed down here, that would have been a massive, sell-off or a massive bearish engulfing candle and a big fake out. But since it didn't, you don't really have confirmation of like actually being able to, short that off that. But here we've got crazy high sell volume on 3-day. Let's look at the 1-day. I mean, look at this sell volume. So right here, you got to get back above this level, okay? Which we're retesting. So this could potentially be a good reshort entry. Do I want to short here? Probably not. I don't like shorting these really. Like, this is 7 cents, like a 1% move, like Liquid HE or whatever, right? So I don't like shorting these kind of things, unless you could do like 1x leverage, I guess. I don't know. But overall, maybe if I'm going to short this, I'm going to go down to like a 15-minute chart for me personally. And here, I have a nice little short opportunity here, maybe like a little diamond top thingy here. Okay, and this probably comes back down to at least like 7.2. So I would have preferred to short up here a little bit higher. Still a little opportunity. I get a 1% move, maybe catch a 10% like on a 10x leverage, okay? So this looks like a decent short here on a low time frame. If your 1H chart breaks down here, this breakout, this becomes a FOMO fake out, and then you go a lot lower as well. So it looks okay for a short. Let's see if Top BinX shows anything weird. OBV is kind of topped out. Yeah, I mean, this looks decent for a short right here, and you can see that I would start getting in a little bit of profit here if I was already in a short. And then I just use a tight stop loss. It's a little choppy. The only concern you have is if it goes deep, doom. But at this point, it's been going so long, it probably just starts to drop. I don't think we have any breakdowns or anything on low time frames yet. But we're getting close. So overall, TRX probably dies at some point. Look at Top BinX sell signal up here at the top. And it's trying to, I don't know, it's kind of just going sideways now. So I don't really like shorting the sideways crap. I would have liked shorting this up here for the volatility. At this point, it's always a little risky because if a couple people FOMO buy, it pushes it up and then everyone sells it back off. So, but you can see high sell volume coming in here. That's a bearish engulfing candle. Most likely, this starts to sell off and it heads back to the low 7-cent area, which is kind of where it's already at, but a little bit lower. Okay, so that's TRX, you guys. Monthly doesn't look great. I'd want to see a really strong hold on the monthly chart. I'd want to see a lot smaller wick there for sure. Let's see what else. Ooh, near. Let's look at near. That one's been talked about a lot. Okay, let's look at the 1 week chart. Oh, look, it looks like everything else. Here's near. If it somehow gets back up anywhere close to like $10, it's probably worth a good short. There's a rising channel breakdown. Down again, it's just too hard to short this kind of stuff. And again, you have bullish divergence here, so that's why people are buying, right? Bullish divergence, okay? And it's actually kind of breaking out. It's trying to break out of this little flag. So if this little OBV bull flag breaks out, near could see a nice little pop to at least, 650-ish. So that'd be like, 10%. And if it breaks above there, you might get a little bit nicer pop even. So overall, really everything looks bearish, but nothing looks like it's just going to fall off a cliff right from where it's at. So it's really like not worth chasing shorts here on anything. We've got nice buy volume coming in on near. Top BinX buy signal approaching. I mean, near looks like it could at least bounce like 10% from here. So I don't like FOMOing right now, but yeah, I mean, like this one, I would hop in here probably for a quick scalp for like, even like a 1% move. If I was going to long this on low time frames, I would just buy here, hope that FOMO carries me like even 1%. Okay, here you go. Here's the FOMO. People are getting in. And bam, I could close on a rejection up here somewhere. Like that's an easy scalp. Look at that. That would be a great scalp if I did a 10 or 20x there. Maybe up 10 or 20% now, and then I could, start closing it on that FOMO. Yeah, so that'd be a nice little one. But then it's hitting resistance now, and then if this breaks down, okay, so there, let's get to 616. If it goes to 616, that's probably where I would just close that, or I would watch momentum. So yeah, so we've got nice momentum, so you could close. So if I was taking the scalp here, that would have been a really nice little, 1% or something. So nice quick little scalp. That's how I do my low time frames. I kind of play that quick momentum, and now I would get out. So Pizza Hut, is somebody like, why does it say Pizza Hut with a big $20 thing on here? How are people doing this? $4.99. Ron, $10. What is going on in the comments? I have never seen this shit before. Like, how do you guys do this? Whoa! How do you guys get this stuff here? $4.99? What's $4.99 mean? Did you pay $5 for this to be, like, promoted here? I don't get it. Ron, $10. Ron, 10. EGLD. Pizza Hut, 20. What is this shit? I've never seen that before. Somebody said Canes. Oh, Crow. We can look at Crow. Is there a paid group for me? No. I have my portfolio tracker, which is $20 a month. That's in my bio on Twitter. And then I have my Top BinX. That's it. I don't have any mentorships or anything. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what exchange is best to look at Crow on. Bittrex, maybe? Donations. Are you guys making donations to me? Is that a thing? I'm like here talking shit and then people are like actually making donations. Is that real though? Are those real donations? I don't know how that works. That's nice of you guys if you're donating to me. I appreciate that, but I've never heard of that before, and I have no idea what's going on. It looks really cool though. It definitely makes your shit pop up. But why does it say Pizza Hut 20? Do I have an OnlyFans? That's super chat in a different currency. What's super chat? Super chat. Super chat. What? What does super chat mean? I gotta Google this sometime. Okay, is this Crow? Yeah. Let's look at the weekly. Thanks, Pizza Hut. I thought you were literally. I appreciate you guys. I don't even know what's going on. You're the only person that sounds mature. Love you. Thanks. This is hilarious. So that's really cool. That's so funny. I literally thought I was getting Pizza Hut like ads on my. Like I thought this was an ad for Pizza Hut on my chat. I'm like, why are they putting ads on here now? Super chats are donations. Pizza Hut is a name. That's so funny. Thanks, guys. Well, now I feel obligated to do their chart request because I didn't even know this was a thing. Somebody asked for EGLD. All right. Wait, let's look at Crow and then we'll do EGLD. Crow's at support right now. Possibly a good buy. It did lose this. The problem is it lost the support, so that'd be a scary place to buy. It's right at support. Let's look at the daily. It's rejecting. Again, everything's just chopping around a little bit, you guys. There's just no volume. It's hard because there's no volume on this chart, and I like volume. But, like, Crow is kind of breaking out here. This could be a nice little, like, 10 to 20% gainer. I mean, everything's kind of barely trying to look bullish, but it's, like, still kind of a little bit bearish. Like, even Bitcoin's trying to break out a little bit here. Look at Top Good X. It's literally, like, buy approaching signal, bullish divergence. Like, I don't short when Top Gun X starts doing this. Even if it goes down lower, it's always risky. Like we had a bull div here on Top Gun X. I mean, shoot, crypto could be turned around a little bit, you guys. But, you know, as I say that, it probably sells off here. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Probably sells off here. And then it goes. And then back to this chop area. So that's why I don't FOMO in these conditions for sure. And usually the highest volume is at the top or the bottom. So just of note. Let's see. All right, let's do EGLD real quick. Again, Crow could potentially be a good buy at like 19 cents. Your risk to reward is pretty much immediate. So it's right there. EGLD, isn't that what it's called? EGLD. It broke down out of this channel, which is not good sign. Okay. I mean, you can see there's a pretty clear channel. These usually at least go back to origin. So origin here would be $40. And that could actually be a good scalp. So if I was looking for a good long scalp, $40 could give me a nice like 50 to 100% bounce. Okay. So that's where I would look. I'm pretty sure I'm actually just going to set some alerts here because again, with Sol, I forgot that even went as low. So if this goes low, this would probably be good like knife catching territory. Again, I don't recommend knife catching with size, and I don't recommend knife catching early. Like this knife catching is scary, like knife catching the whole way down here. But late on these big drops, sometimes knife catching at major support zones can be a good idea, kind of like with Sol, okay? So let's see. We got Phil. We got Pizza Hut. Actually, my mail is pizzahut@gmail.com. That's epic. You are a legend. How did you... You could probably sell that to somebody. That's awesome. Okay. Bitcoin, the line that I use, you guys. Somebody asked about my lines. This is the 99 SMA. Don't ask me why I use it. I don't know why. I've used it forever. This is the Gunnar EMAs. Gunnar EMA. SMMA. I think it's SMA, but I don't know. Maybe it's SMMA. I don't know. But what I've been using forever. But anyway, Gunnar EMA, it's 11 and 22 EMAs. That's a free script. You can search it up in your scripts and you can use that if you want. Yeah. So that's about it. That's about it, you guys. Live stream your BitGet trading competition. Yeah, I need to get a trade off in there. I've just been busy, so we'll see how many trades I can get on that. But if you guys join me, I'll try to post my trades on Twitter if they're not they're not quick scalps for that trading competition, I'll try to get them posted on Twitter. I don't even know how long that competition goes, but I thought it started yesterday, so I made a trade, and then of course it starts today or something. So lame. But anyway, okay, we'll do KNC last, and then I'm gonna get going. Thank you for the tips, you guys. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, KNC is big green. So what do you think I'm looking for? Scalp or short opportunities, but you can see why it bounced because look at this downtrend line here. Okay. OBV is breaking down. That's not a good sign. All right. Something like that. Maybe a little bit like this. So it kind of broke down. I mean, the week's not over, but this is actually looking like a possible good short opportunity here soon. Now, if the whole market's going bullish a little bit, it's probably not time to short yet. But, yeah, I mean, there's the high volume at the top. So it's either a breakout or a fake out. This looks like a retest rejection. So, I mean, great R to R on a short here if I was looking for a short. So, maybe I'll pop in a quick little short. I'm going to do like a really low leverage short here on this and just see if we reject. I don't have any confirmation yet. But maybe I'll get into one for my BitGet competition here. I don't even know if I can short KNC on BitGet. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Let me see. All right, so I got logged in. Do I like this short here? We do have a nice 5-minute rejection. Is Top BinX topping out? Yeah, showing some bear div. You know what? I'll throw in a small one. I mean, you know, losses happen, so I'm not going to be too annoyed if I take a loss here. Let's see. I got to get this all set up, though. All right. We'll do... Well, I'm trying to do some leverage here. We'll do 14x leverage. All right. Let's see if we can get a little short scalp here going. Look, we got a lower high. We got a breakdown. This probably drops at least to like 225-ish. So... somebody said, thanks, man. Somebody said, my style is so simple, but so efficient. How long did it take me to find a system that I knew was perfect? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm probably still looking for, I mean, I'm always still like trying to refine my systems, but I like to keep it clean. I like to clean everything up. If you watch my YouTube videos, that's where you're going to find a lot of this. I like to do trends, you know, like right now, I can tell you this is a 1-minute trend breakdown, right? So we've got a little trend breakdown, so we're starting to see some momentum stall, all right? This is why you're seeing Top BinX start to give some bearish divergence. Look at this 3-minute OBV rejection, right? This is a harsh rejection. So I get this nice low time frame rejection. That tells me that momentum has slightly shifted, right? So if momentum slightly shifts, I should have at least a quick shorting opportunity, a quick window to short to be able to catch some sort of little scalp here. And then again, look, you have like a bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, it's low volume, but it's an altcoin. But basically, you've got this kind of FOMO up here, this FOMO volume. Look at this high volume up here, okay? And now we're losing it. So could this pop up? Could I be wrong? Yes. But we're seeing some signs of rejection, and this 5-minute rejection, obviously, is a big rejection as well, right? It's a big 5-minute rejection. And so really what I'd want to see for this scalp to work out is a breakdown here on this really high volume, right? If I want to ride this deep. But my first area I'd be looking to close would just be the base of that candle. But you can see Bitcoin's trying to pop here a little bit. So if Bitcoin pops, it could definitely take KNC with it. And, you know, sometimes in these conditions, everything just kind of goes bullish a little bit, and these rejections don't matter. And maybe we're actually in a low time frame bull trend here. Okay, I'm down 10% on my short right now, 12% now. So I'll probably have to close here soon, take a small loss if it doesn't work out, if we don't reject at this resistance. Okay. So if we break through this resistance, this becomes not a lower high anymore, and I'll just close out. I'll take a small loss. I've taken losses before, and there we go. So probably just gonna have to get rid of this one and move on to the next. So look for new opportunities. Small loss, not the end of the world. If this breaks down, then I could get back in. All right. But again, I'm looking for quick momentum shift. I didn't get that momentum shift. Bitcoin breaking out is not helping my cause at all. And now this is a high volume FOMO again. So if Bitcoin loses this area, everything else probably breaks down, and I can look to get back into a short, and actually probably into a little bit bigger short even. So that's what I'm going to look for now, so I can just go probably double size with tighter stop loss. Again, I went small. If I could probably go double size with even a tighter stop loss this time if it breaks down there. So anyway, that's what I'd be looking for. If we get a little breakdown here, again, we still have a low volume here. 3 minute is still that heavy rejection. Now we have OBV bearish divergence. So this could definitely reject here. And that could just be a little FOMO pop to get people to FOMO in at the top here before a nice little pullback in a choppy range. But it kind of depends on Bitcoin right now. If Bitcoin goes up, everything else probably follows it. And you can see here that Bitcoin's like, yo, man, we bullish. We mooning. We going to the moon. So, yeah, holy shit. What a pop. I should have longed that. What a pop. So if we got that breakdown, that would have been a really good short opportunity. But yeah, I mean, obviously I can't FOMO now. And look at this wick on KNC. So if this just sells off, that would be a good short opportunity too. My stocks are holding pretty well. So yeah, you guys, well, that's what I'll be looking for. If we get a breakdown here, I can hop in a short. If not, if we don't get that breakdown, then, you know, wait for a new opportunity. So high volume now. So that's either a high volume breakout or a fake out. Let's see. Yeah, so this is what I do. You know, just sit here and I look for opportunities. And you play one small, and then the next one, you know, if you get stop hunted, then you can look for the next one is going to have a better invalidation point, and it's going to be a closer invalidation, so I could get out quicker. If I get back into a short here on a breakdown, I want to see it basically go straight down. So if I hop in here, it doesn't go straight down, then I'm going to get right out. How long have I been trading? I've been trading since like 2018, but I've been in crypto since 2017. No, I just trade full time now. I don't have any other jobs. This is what I do. I trade and I create content for you guys. But yeah, I like to keep everything simple. I don't like to overcomplicate it. I use volume. I use my EMAs. And I use candlestick patterns, support and resistance, and that's it. So 3 minute is rejecting here with bearish OBV. So like I could consider like laddering into a short here. But again, it's kind of risky. Bitcoin's still kind of looking strong. But here we go. So we're starting to go down a little bit. When does a 3 minute close? 10:24. So in 1 minute here it closes. So that could be a FOMO. And if that's a FOMO pump, if we close below there, we're going to see, well, it's not going to probably go that deep. But if that end up being a FOMO pump, a fake out, then we're going to see a quick sell off here. Okay, it's going to go down probably to my line pretty quickly. And 3 minute, still this high volume rejection so far. I kind of want to take a small short here, but I don't have confirmation yet. I could like do like half size here and then double and then add again if we start to break down. But this would be, so basically my rule is like two trades, right? So if I get stopped out on the first one, I can go a little bit bigger on the second one. It depends on the size too. Like the first one I went small. So the second one, I can go a little bit bigger here. And if I stopped out twice, I'm just done. I don't get back in. I don't look for extra trades after that. I just move on to a different chart because this chart clearly is not agreeing with my analysis. All right. But this is pretty resilient. We don't have that breakdown yet. Bitcoin's starting to break down a little bit, which could pull KNC with it. I mean, again, right now we're just choppy ranging, so I'm never going to FOMO into these pumps. Bitcoin's showing nice volume, though. Again, everything's been kind of looking a little bullish here today, but that's all relative. Bullish on low time frames. But this could reject here. Again, we have this really harsh rejection. We had OBV bearish divergence, but it's pretty resilient. I'd want to see it start to drop pretty soon. Otherwise, I'd need to get out. So 3 minute, look at rejected right at that line. So realistically, this should start to pull back here. but it's been extra resilient. I wouldn't really want to hold through a pop here because if it started to push up again, OBV showing a nice rejection there on low time frame. Again, Top Goon X is just showing kind of waning momentum, so not much momentum in this move. But yeah, so you guys get a little extra scalp session with me. So the first one was a loss. The second one I've added in here a little bit. I want to see a close. I want to see a breakdown here. Otherwise, this could still pop. 15 minutes starting to reject. Let's look at the 30 minute. 30 minutes at resistance. 15 minutes getting a long upper wick here. We've got 2 minutes till close. So that would be good if that closed with a long upper wick. Now we're starting to see some pullback. That 3 minute rejection starting to show through. We don't want to see any buyback. Okay, so now we're starting to get some sell-off here. This is where I want to see the sellers really start to step in. Okay, I want to see Bitcoin break down here. Otherwise, this 5 minute could technically be a breakout and retest. We still have this trend reversal candle here. And so if I get one close above that and not another, then that's probably a deviation or a fake out. And you can see we're starting to sell off. I just added a little bit more. I got a little bit of slippage, so now I'm down 4% actually on this. But let's see if it starts to go at all. Oh, I thought it opened a long for a second. It didn't do the right leverage, though. Oh, I have to change my leverage. See, I'm still getting used to BitGet, you guys. I'm trading on BitGet on a BingX live stream. That's funny. Don't tell anybody. They're not going to watch till the end anyway. No, I mean, I don't really care about that stuff. I will promote, or not promote, I will recommend exchanges that I think are good. So, they're both good exchanges. I use them both now. But let's see. So it's closed below. We need to see this 3 minute sell off. It's kind of stalling. So it's like, this is kind of where I'm like, all right, I need you to drop now or I'm just going to get out. Like, I'm not going to sit here and guess if this is going to drop. I just need to start seeing sellers step in. If not, just get out again. I'm basically at like close to break even right now. So I just want to see some rejection come through. We're seeing some volume. See this volume? If this is high volume rejection, that's going to be a good sign for a short. It's starting to go. Hopefully we can get back my loss from the first one. That's always the goal, is to try to make back your loss. No, I mean, that's not really the goal. The goal is just to keep trading. If I don't make the whole loss back on one trade, that's fine. But usually, if you go a little bit bigger on the second one, and actually it's, I think, the same size now because I thought I just increased the leverage a little bit, but it looks like I didn't. So hopefully this drops, but it's being really resilient right now. So you got to keep a close eye because this could just sky through the roof. So I could probably put it, I don't even know how to set stop losses on here very quickly yet. If I was on BingX, I'd already have a stop loss set. And honestly, I'm probably just going to have to close this out too because it's just being too resilient. So if I got good entry up here, I haven't closed it out yet, but I probably should with Bitcoin popping. Let's see. But see, like, right now I'm using a smaller position even on this than I normally would. So it's like, I don't really care about, like, the money isn't that, it's a small loss either way. So it's like, I could technically, like, if I was in a very large position, I would have to close this now. But if I'm in a smaller position, it's like, what's an extra $20, right? If I get stopped out. But, anyway, I went ahead and closed this out here. 2 losses, it happens. We're seeing a little strength. I'm not going to try to fight it again now. I would just move on to the next opportunity. So if I see a breakdown on Bitcoin, maybe I could look for a short there. But overall, I mean, I'm not going to chase on these pumps now at these levels as we're hitting resistance. So maybe Bitcoin starts to pull back soon. KNC you could still see is hitting resistance. So it's still rejecting on the 3 minute. So 3 minutes still rejecting on KNC, but again, I'm not going to fight it at this point. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to get going for today. I'm going to see how all my shorts look on my stocks, and I'll catch you guys next time. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the super chat things and the donations. It's very nice of you. And catch me next week for another altcoin live stream, or we can do Bitcoin, or we can do some education. We'll see how the market looks, and we'll figure out the topic for next week. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.